that we can put it on YouTube later. So welcome everybody to our weekly live or weekly webinar, whatever you like to call it, where we talk about trekking in Nepal. And with me, I have Dinesh, one of my very good friends. I'll get him to introduce himself in just a moment. But as I said, today we're going to talk about Annapurna region in Nepal. And for me, trekking in Nepal started in 2015 when I, like thousands and thousands of other people around the world, trekked to Everest Base Camp and found it the most amazing, life-changing experience. And from there, I then came back 2 years later and I trekked Annapurna Circuit. And you wouldn't believe it, but yesterday when we were clearing out our shed and I was going through boxes of old things, I found the map that I bought when I came to trek Annapurna Circuit in 2017. And I also found my actual trekking permit. So that was me being official in 2017 to trek Annapurna Circuit. And it is like, we use superlatives and adjectives about Nepal all the time, about how beautiful and amazing and stunning and breathtaking the scenery is. And it does sound like cliches sometimes, but it is actually true. It is stunningly beautiful. And Annapurna Circuit, for me, probably was the trek where I really felt a shift and a change in my personal development and my growth because of the challenges that we went through. And I must admit, Thorongla Pass, I was glad to see the back of that. It wasn't the easiest thing I've ever done in the world, but guess what? I made it and I did it. So for me, now my passion is wanting to share these experiences and to help other people to realize their bucket list dream of coming to Nepal, but doing it with people that you know, and learning from us and hearing from our experience, and also from Dinesh. So Dinesh, would you like to introduce yourself and then we will start talking about Annapurna region?
Yeah. Hello, namaste. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dinesh from Nepal, and I've been I born in eastern part of Nepal, nearby located Mount Everest, and I'm working last 20 years as a trekking guide, mountaineering, and in Nepal, all over the Nepal, like in Annapurna region, Everest region, Langtang region, everywhere. Before I became a guide, I've been upgraded many different steps, like basic porter, then upgrade as a senior Sherpa, then guide, and finally I became like a full guide in one of the top level companies in Nepal before we established our company Nature Explore Trek. And we already run our Nature Explore Trek last 8 years now. So I also have got a good chance to trekking and explore the Western Europe, Tibet, West Tibet with pilgrimage groups, and India and Ladakh, and Tibet and Bhutan, many more. So this is the great opportunity to share all this my experience to those who are love to visit Nepal and want to explore the beautiful Himalayas. So welcome everyone to Nepal in our different seasons with us. So that's I want to tell now.
Thank you, Dinesh.
Welcome.
And yeah, it sounds like you started at the bottom and you've worked your way up right from the very beginning, to now owning your own trekking company, which is pretty amazing. Now, as I mentioned, we're talking about Annapurna region today. So just to run through some of the different treks that are available through Nature Explore Trek, and I'll probably get some of the pronunciation wrong, so do forgive me. So as I mentioned, Annapurna Base Camp Trek, Annapurna Dhaulagiri Trek.
Annapurna Dhaulagiri, yes, you're right.
Mardi Himal Trek, And the one
Yes.
that I did, and that a lot of people know, is Annapurna Circuit trek, Thorongla Pass trek. So that's just the hard bit, if you just want to do the hard bit. Ghorepani Poon Hill trek. Now that is the trek that is being included in our 2024 product called Discover Your Edge, but we will talk more about that later. Copper Ridge and Kaya Lake trek, a short Annapurna Base Camp trek, Annapurna Hidden Lake trek, that sounds nice, and Tilacho trek. So now that I've murdered the pronunciation of all of those.
No, you are right. You got it, all this.
So perhaps what we could do to start off with is if you could explain to us, obviously these are all different treks. So which are some of the longer ones and perhaps maybe a little bit more difficult, and which are the shorter ones?
Yes, thank you for the question. So I'm going with longer treks in the region. The longer treks among many trekking trails you call already. So Annapurna Circuit means like they start from the other side of mountains, and we trek all around the Annapurna mountains and come back to other side of mountains. So this is like in classical it is 3 weeks straight, but now when the car road is reached close to the mountains, the trekking date is cut off. So that means now it became shorter trek, like just for 1.5 weeks. That means like 10 to 12 days straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I must admit, sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, when I did Annapurna Circuit, it was like 20 or 21 days.
Yes. Annapurna Circuit is the longest trekking in Annapurna region.
Yeah.
So where you start your trip from the lower altitude, the lower part of the train and landscape, then you will raise day by day a little higher every day, 400 to 500 meter different. And Manang is the most highlighted place of this trek, where you will stop another extra night for acclimatizations. At that day, you can go short hike to the beautiful lake, and of course explore the beautiful Himalaya of Annapurna. And then another highlights of this trek is you will continue further up to the Thorongla Pass. It's like it is 5,416 meter high. So from on top of that, you have a 360-degree panoramic view of Annapurna Mountains and Mount Dhaulagiri in your right side. So Annapurna is the longest and adventurous trekking trail. So I recommend this trekking, those who have already done the short treks in Nepal, or who already have a good experience of walking and hiking in adventure part of mountains. So this is the best trekking trails or best trekking package for 2 weeks time. So if you have like more than 1 week time, and if you want to do a little longer trek in Nepal to have good experience in your whole life, so Annapurna Circuit is the best one for experienced hikers. Okay. So and if we talk another easiest of Annapurna region, easiest trekking for beginners, this is the most popular trekking called Ghorepani Poon trek. It is 5 days trekking. So in short time also you will explore many things. Like of course you will see the Annapurna mountains in sunrise from Poon viewpoint. The Poon viewpoint is the most popular, and everyone knows it's like weighing. So from the viewpoint, we see the Annapurna mountains, Dhaulagiri mountains. Annapurna and Dhaulagiri both are over 8,000 meter high mountain. Now so it is ranked in the 7th.
Yeah, sorry, the Poon Hill viewpoint. That's the one where you start in the dark so that you're up there for sunrise. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, we go before sun in bark. We hike with our headlight because of the days is still not clearly start. And when we reach on the hill, 3,210 meters height, so we will have a good, beautiful sunrise view, and where we see the sunset as well. It's for if someone want to do then hike in sunset also. Yeah. So from that top, we have an amazing view of whole Annapurna region and Mount Dhaulagiri and holy mountain called Fishtail. It is shape of the fishtail, like looks like fish.
I remember that one. Everybody was commenting about that. Now your picture's frozen. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, you're back now. You seem to be your internet seems to be a little bit glitchy today, because every now and again your picture stops and I'm like, is he going to keep talking or is he gone forever?
Oh yeah. Yes, Ghorepani Pudil 5 days trekking is for beginners and it is easiest trekking.
Yeah.
Those who are looking for 1 week trek and short trek and as a training or as a beginners.
Can I just clarify though, when you say it's easier trekking, there's still a lot of up and downhill and it's not like it's going for a walk in the park, is it?
No. It's really have to walk a lot of up and down.
Yeah.
And then even the meaning of Nepal is up. So we always we say gradual, but still we are walking little uphill. So Nepal meaning is up. We are always in mountains. So when we say little easier or gradual, still we are climbing a little, like our marine and train landscape is totally different.
I just wanted to clarify that point for somebody who's watching who hasn't been to Nepal before, that the term easier trek doesn't mean to say, hey, it's really easy and it's all flat and smooth. So please don't get that impression. Now, I mentioned one before,
That's true.
Hidden Lake Trek. I've never heard of the Hidden Lake. Where is that?
It is, yes, it is one of the new open trail route. It is just above the Chamrong, one of the village when we trekking on the way to Annapurna Base Camp. There is a big Guru community village called Chamrong. The trekking goes from there. It is all the way up nearby the South Annapurna. It is really sacred place, and it's a remote trekking trail, and not really common, not really classic, and it is one of the best viewpoint trek. You will see the beautiful Holy Lake, and you will explore on hidden place,
Okay, that sounds
the very remote area. There is not so crowd, not so many trekking people go.
Okay. What are some of the other shorter treks in the Annapurna region?
Another sort of treks are called Mardi Himal. It is also for 4 days, 5 nights. Sorry, 4 days, 4 nights, 5 days. And another we call Annapurna Dhaulagiri. We the name of that trek. It is also little longer than 1 week. It's like 10 to 12 days trek. So on this trek also very remote and not popular like Annapurna Base Camp or Annapurna Circuit, but still you have a different remote area. If you done already many trek in Annapurna region, and still if you want to do something different, then Annapurna Dhaulagiri and Khair Lake is same name. Okay, they are both same. Just people give different title.
Okay, because
these are the same.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like if I'm somebody who's trekked in Nepal quite a few times, like what would be something that's less well known that would appeal to somebody who's quite, not when I say experienced, but somebody who's used to trekking in Nepal and wants to do something that maybe not everyone else is doing? What would you recommend for that?
I would recommend this trek like Annapurna Dhaulagiri, we say Khair Lake trek. So this is very nice trek and very quiet, and the scenery is beautiful. You see the culture, mountains, local community, up and down, of course. So you will also not miss the Poon viewpoint if you do this trip. So you will do kind of small loop, just other side of Poon. So where you will see beautiful lake, Holy Lake, and you have a beautiful side hiking to the Khair Lake from the Cobra Dada. So this is the perfect trekking trail. Those who have done many treks in Annapurna, and if you want to looking something different, so go this trek.
Okay, so you've got all of these treks worked out, so that's what's on your website. But say I said to you, okay, I've been listening to you talk about this region, and I want to go to this part, I want to go to the hidden lake and I want to see this and I want to do that. Is it possible to create like a special itinerary that just suits like what I would like to see?
Yes, we are always customize the trip, no problem. You can customize your trip.
Yeah.
So we are happy to help you, and we can make as your interest.
Right.
So we are always flexible in making program, and we design as your interest.
Good. Okay, so I think you quickly mentioned something before, but out of all of these treks that we're talking about today, and I'm not going to read the list out again because like I'll murder the pronunciation, but which one of those, in your opinion, gives you the best view of Annapurna itself, like the mountain that gives the name to the whole region?
Yes, thank you for good questions. So this is the Annapurna Circuit is the best trekking trail for see the all mountains in same trek. Because of you start from other side of the mountains, you beginning of your trek, you start on the side of the mountain face, and then when you raise day by day, a little further up you go, so you will see the same mountain but different face, and you will start to see from Annapurna 2 to whole all the way to Annapurna 1, like Annapurna 2, Annapurna 4, Annapurna 3, Gangapurna, Tilicho Peak, Mount Annapurna 1, and including so many beautiful peaks, and of course Thorong Peak from the top of Thorongla, and then when we cross the Thorongla and came other side of the mountains, from Muktinath, you have another 8,000 over 8,000 meter mountain called Dhaulagiri. Dhaulagiri is the 7th highest mountain in the world. It is like 8,167 meter high. So you will see in the same trek so many different mountains. So Annapurna Circuit is the best trekking trail where you see the same in the same trek many mountains.
Okay, so because I noticed you've got Thorongla Pass trek. So is that kind of like a shortened version of Annapurna Circuit?
Yes, you're right. So it is same. Thorongla is the pass name on the hill name where we cross. Yeah. It is 5,460 meter high. So same, we give because this is the Thorongla Pass is quite popular, so we give same name. Right. Maybe we make easier for people if someone searching Thorongla Pass, then they will find easily. So
how long is that trek take?
Thorongla Pass and Annapurna Circuit, it takes similar days because of same place, same itinerary.
Oh, right. It's just a different approach.
Now most of the people do 10 to 12 days.
Okay.
Including travel date from Kathmandu and back to Pokhara.
Okay. So what about if I said to you, out of all of the treks that you do in the Annapurna region, which one is your favorite trek and why is it your favorite?
Thank you for a good question. My favorite trek is Mardi Himal. It is very short and sweet trek. In the short time, in short term, you will be very close by the mountains, and the view is absolutely gorgeous. So when you reach on the Mardi Himal viewpoint, from the viewpoint, you will see the Annapurna Base Camp is down, further down. Not you will be above the Annapurna Base Camp. Yeah. Right. You will be 400 meter high, and also you will be very close to the holy Mount Fistel, and on all the South Annapurna, Himal Chuli, Mount Dhaulagiri, you will see front of you. That means you will be very close to there. So in short time and easily we see very close all the views. That's why I like Mardi Himal, because of in short time you see many things.
All right. So for somebody who's only got limited time, that would be a really good one to do, so that you don't really miss out on the views and all of that. But you've condensed it down to, what did you say? It was 4 days or something?
4 nights, 5 days.
4 nights.
It can be 6 days also if someone want to do slowly. But generally, it is very popular, and the people make 4 nights, 5 days.
Right. Okay. Okay. So when you say popular, does that mean that if I go when the weather's really good, that it's going to be really crowded?
Yes, I would say in the main season, this trek is very crowded, because especially this trekking is chosen by Nepalese tourists also. People love to go there. So many tourist spot.
Nepalese as well as
Every
international visitors. What's your definition of crowded? Because like again, for me, crowded would mean like, you know, there's people and like I'm having to walk at other people's pace because there's so many people and there's people passing me all the time. Is that what it's like, or is it the Nepalese version of crowded?
yes, Nepalese, so many Nepalese or trek in the same group, like 50 people or 60 people, even
Wow.
on the trail. So you have to cross and wait longer queue.
Okay.
And at the tea house also. So when you stay overnight, so there is a little crowd.
Okay.
And still Nepalese need to learn about tourism. So they still not like patients, you know, they're making like quite crowd.
Yeah.
And when they're talking and, you know, like when we sleep next to each other room, they're making like a sound and talking. And sometimes they love to drink a local wine and mix like dancing party.
That could be fun. That could
Yeah.
be not if you're tired and you want to sleep though.
Yeah, they don't do every day. Sometimes they do.
Yeah. So having said that, then if somebody wanted to do Mardi Himal and avoid the crowds but still have an enjoyable trek, what would be a good time of the year to go?
The good time of year would be the spring, like April, May.
Yeah.
And of course November, December, and January is the good time.
Yeah, but
This
are those
time because
when are the big crowds? Are the big crowds during those times?
This time, because of this time in Nepal is many holidays like Dasain and Tiha. In the holiday time, they have a time, they have a free time, and they go there. So, end of November.
Sorry. Whoops, I keep interrupting you.
It's okay. November and December is like the office are continue and busy, all the schools. So November, December, January is quite less.
Okay, so that would be a good time to go then.
Yes.
But is it snowing then? Is it freezing cold?
Yeah, if it is snowing, so it's unpredictable. So January is quite late because of sometimes it can be snow, and especially if there is a snow, so it will not really sleepy, so slippery. So
I know
November is the best time. November, we say November and April, May.
Okay, yeah, because I've never trekked in snow.
So you are welcome.
Not saying I want to, but I've never trekked.
Welcome to do this trip.
Okay, maybe I'll do that. I'll come over in January and we can do that. So hopefully by then, so since we did our last live 2 weeks ago, I finally got my sore foot checked out, and now I'm just going to show you I am actually wearing a moon boot for another 6 weeks, which has not only slowed me down somewhat, but also Dinesh and I were actually planning to be trekking together this November, but that is not happening now. When I suggested to my doctor that I was going to Nepal in November, he kind of looked over his glasses at me and went, no, I don't think so. So anyway, but by January I might be better and I could come and do that. So
yeah, we'll see.
There's lots and lots to choose from, and there's always lots to talk about when we start talking about, you know, you would think trekking in Nepal would be a fairly small subject and we could cover it fairly quickly, but the more we go into it, the more there is to talk about. And that's about all we're going to talk about. As always, if you have any comments or questions, please just post them below where you see this video, and either Dinesh or I will get back to you. And if you want to talk about something in particular, or you have questions that you would just like to have a conversation with one of us, please feel free to reach out at any time. Now, next week, what we're going to talk about, because often what I see people posting on social media is, it's always been my dream to do Everest Base Camp, but now I think I'm too old, and it's on my bucket list, but am I too old to do this? So guess what? You're never too old. And what we're going to talk about next week is that particular topic. Am I too old to trek Everest Base Camp? And, whilst there is no age limit, as we all get a little bit older, there are things to watch out for and things to think about. So that will be our topic next week. Am I too old to trek Everest Base Camp? Once again, thank you, Dinesh. Appreciate you sharing your knowledge and your wisdom.
Yeah.
And thank you, everybody who's watching either live or on the replay. And we will see you at the same time, 1:15 Australian Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Is it Nepali or Kathmandu time?
Nepali time. We say
Nepali
Nepal.
time.
Yeah.
And we will talk about am I too old? Thanks once again, everybody, and we will see you soon.
See you soon. Yeah.